Okay, so these are the parts that will come with your kit. 2 J-hooks, stainless steel, 2 flat washers, 2 Loctite stainless steel nuts, and 2 rubber caps to cover up the threads. And you'll need a 1/2-inch wrench. So this is the Deckhand. Just a real quick overview of what you're getting here. There's your platform, 3 inches by 4 inches. You've got the large hole here that you can use to tie off to a dock. Basically, you're covering your cleat, but you're getting one that's much easier to access and to use. The engineering in this, I know it looks simple, guys, but it's really, really complex. Your ski has a brake right here, and then it also has a brake as it slopes back this way. So this has that brake here, and then again, it has the brake up here. Also, the space between your cleat bar and this outer casing has been made up with this other small piece that's inset. Again, everything's interlocked. Everything is powder coated, solid aluminum. It's all TIG welded. Just a very, very high-end, very high-quality product. Guaranteed to absolutely handle anything that you put on it. All right, let's get to our installation. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to see how this plastic molding here comes up and it comes to a point. You're going to put a 1/2-inch measure from that point back this way. That's where the first edge of your deckhand is going to go. So I've made a mark there. So I'll put this on, and then this will slide to where I'm at that 1/2-inch mark. And you want to make you a mark here, make you a pencil mark there. That way you know that if you look down here, you want to have this plate in the right spot. You don't want to be able to see this opening, and this will set everything up to where everything's lined up nice. Okay, now you're going to take your first J-hook and you're going to go under, hold that in place, and you're going to lock in the front side. This is the bow side, goes this way. Now, it takes a little bit of effort here, but you're just going to thread that through the hole. And once you do, you just get a hold of it like that. Slide on your flat washer, and then just get your lock nut started. Okay, once you got it started, then you're going to move and you're going to put in your second J-bolt. Okay, now for your second J-bolt, you do the same thing. You come in from the bottom, you get that in and hooked and then brought out. Now you're going to come in and you're going to thread that through. Now it takes a little bit of effort here. You're going to come in from behind, use a hand above and below, just like that, and then thread that through. See how I've got my fingers pinched? I'm holding those threads from the back side. Once it's pinched through here, then I can get a hold of that, pull that through, get your finger underneath it, slide on your washer. Again, keep a little pressure on that, and then you bring in your lock nut. And you get that started. Okay, now at this point, what you want to do is you want to make sure again that you're up here at your line, at your 1/2-inch mark, where you're supposed to be, and then you're going to gradually tighten each side. A little bit here, a little bit here. Okay, you got 2 or 3 rows of threads that are coming through the top, so now you come over to this side, get it about the same mark. Just go to this side, tighten it down a little bit, come over here. Periodically check to make sure you're on your lines. You want to stay on these marks that you've made. Go back to the other side. Now, one thing that you're going to notice is these J-hooks, as they grab that cleat bar, they're going to start to spin upwards. And what they're doing is these holes are a little bit higher than the cleat bar. So as a result, as it's working around that cleat bar, it's actually pulling and drawing this top down. So they're supposed to be at this angle, just like this. Now, once you're at about a 1/2 inch to 5/8 of an inch of thread showing, you're pretty much locked down. Not sure if you can see that, but you can measure your threads. You should wind up being about a 1/2 inch to 5/8 of an inch of thread showing. When you're tightening these, remember, you're just pulling on that plastic cleat bar, so you're looking for that really good snug fit. Again, it's so important that you tighten left side, right side, back and forth equally. And again, stay on your marks. Easy install. This left side installs exactly the same as the right side. All right, now you're going to put on your rubber caps. There you go. And that will complete your install. All right, guys. I hope this installation's been easy. Y'all keep watching One Off Outdoors. Again, this is just a great, great look. It follows the lines of the ski. Just really, really, really nice, guys. Just looks great. Okay, just as an add-on, when you're putting on, whether it's a ram ball like what I've got here or whatever you're mounting on here, your platform, you want to try to keep it as close to the outside edge as you can, just because of the slope that you run into back here up against your ski. So watch where your holes are going to come out to where you can make sure you're avoiding your fasteners here. Okay, you want to avoid those. And again, you don't want to get them too deep, because then you won't be able to get your nuts on them. I was able to use 3/4 inch length, 1/4 inch diameter stainless steel bolts, and also lock nuts. You can see right here. And I probably could have went with 1 inch to get them to go just a little bit more through, but they bit into it pretty good.